This is what I am painting today. It's pretty simple, but I think it'll be a lot of fun for you guys to follow along to, so let's get started. I'm using a Basics Primary Blue, a Mars Black, a Primary White, and an Artist Loft Turquoise. I have a round bristle brush, 2 angle brushes, 1 flat-headed brush, and 2 liner brushes. To keep things really simple, I'm just going to be using my turquoise for all of the main details of this planet and the planet in the background as well. So using my angular brush, I'm going to start creating those details, and because this piece is completely abstract, I'm making the mountains however I want them to look, and you could do the same thing as well. You can really get creative with this. You don't have to copy exactly what I'm doing, but at least this allows you to kind of see what yours could look like and give you a nice little reference to go off of. Also, if you want to see all the products I'm using in this video, you can find that in the description box below in my Amazon shop. If there are some spots that you don't like that have blue in them, you can just add some water to your brush and start removing that blue because you laid it down not too long ago, which means that it's still able to be removed. Acrylic paint, you have to wait a while for it to dry, at least an hour, in order for it to really stick to the canvas and not lift off. So if it's been within that hour time span, you are still able to remove the paint with just water and not going over it with color. So that's what I'm doing here to create those rocks and that depth. So now I'm going to create a little lake on the left-hand side, and I should have worked on this a little more, but I kept it really simple and easy. So I put the darkest blue towards the edges of the rocks and the darker colors towards the center. And I did this just because I felt like more ripples would be around the rocks as opposed to in the center where it might be a little more glossy, but that's just what I kind of imagined in my head. Of course, you can do it differently. Now I'm going to add a cool little planet in the background. I did this freehand, but feel free to draw it out with a graphite pencil if you would like, to make sure you get the circle right. But I also had a cup near me that I measured out a bit to make sure I was going in a perfect circle, or as perfect as I could get it. And I just shaded one side of the planet to make it look as if light was hitting it from the left side, and that's what I was doing with the mountains as well. By removing some of the paint and adding some more paint and dabbing my brush onto that planet a little bit, I created natural looking craters, so I didn't have to make anything too precise on this planet. I also blended out some of that blue with water towards the other side to really get the full visual of the planet floating. Now, using my round bristle brush, I'm just going to dab on the turquoise, and then I'm going to bring in my primary blue to the edges to blend it out into the dark sky. I'm still not done yet. I'm going to add some details using watered down black to my rocks and my mountains to make everything a little bit more precise so it pops out more and the light that's hitting the mountains isn't as thick. And then once I added the stars using watered down white and my star daughter, I actually came back in with some primary blue that was watered down, and I went over the entire piece just to add more color and contrast. And then I came back in with my turquoise to add more highlights. I did not use white for my highlights like I normally do. I just wanted to keep this simple. So yeah, that is the finished piece. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you get updated every time I post a new video. I post every Sunday and Wednesday. And if you are interested in following me along my art journey, you can find my work at Lanchen Designs on Instagram or Etsy. And I also have started a Patreon where I do full real-time videos, so you can check that out below as well. All right, Space Cadets, I will see you next time.
Hello, your call cannot be taken at the